Let's return our attention to Alice Springs. The town's 3-week curfew was lifted yesterday morning after children under 18 were banned from entering the centre of town between 6 p.m. and 6 a.m. Alice Springs business owner and campaigner Darren Clark joins me now. Darren, thanks for joining us. Was it a quiet night last night? How did it go?
Yeah, last night was pretty quiet. We had a couple of government facilities broken into, and there's a couple of vehicles stolen. So we don't know if they're still outstanding yet. So they could be paraded around the CBD tonight. Let's hope they get them before that happens.
So it was mild, would you say then?
Yeah, mild. Compared to the weekend, we had outside the curfew zone, like the CBD's been very quiet. Very well policed and looked after, and people have been enjoying again going into the CBD. People haven't been to the movies for a couple of years and to restaurants and things like that. So they got, that feeling of safety to be able to move around our CBD. But outside the curfew zone, we had one house, a 66-year-old lady, a man entered that house with a hammer and threatened her and stole a few $100s from her. And then another house, 3 men broke down the front door with an axe and got in and held the family. They were actually locked in a bedroom while they ransacked the house. So, it's been very good in the CBD and it's worked in the CBD, and we're very, very thankful for that because we needed some respite here. But outside the zone, there's been still a fair bit of stuff going on. So, look, we all hoped that it would have continued, and personally, I would have continued it for 6 months and then focused on the underlying issues. Get these children, their parents responsible. Then also, if their parents can't be responsible and these children aren't in a safe spot, let's get a facility for them, a youth foyer or something like that, so they can actually be in a safe spot, because they need protection and they need to be off the streets and out of harm's way. So, look, we're all hopeful that things will stay calm, but as we've seen in the past, we have calm times like this. After Albanese come up here, it went calm for a month or so, and then it all broke loose again and continued and festered away and got worse again in the last few months. So, look, let's hope and pray that it does continue. A lot of people were bussed back out to communities, to remote communities, 400 or 500 on the area. So they may be coming back in soon. So it could break out at any time, but we hope and pray it doesn't. And we hope and pray that these kids are safe as well, mate.
Well, this is the thing. I mean, the core issues remain. Okay, sure, there was a curfew. It made a difference for a couple of weeks, but as you've alluded to there, is it really going to fix the heart of the problem here? Because youth crime remains, the cycles of intergenerational violence, some kids don't have a home to go to. I mean, these are the issues that are not being addressed. Is that how you're feeling, Darren?
Oh, yeah, it's a big elephant in the room and no one wants to address it. Someone needs to get here and just rip the Band-Aids off, push the pause button on Indigenous affairs, and have a really, really honest, open, transparent look of how things actually work. Because a lot of things aren't working. A lot of organisations aren't accountable for what they're getting paid to do. They're not protecting the children, and they're not keeping the streets safe either. So there is a lot of alcohol problems here. There's a lot of drug problems, underlying issues with domestic violence. And these kids are subject to things that most kids in this country will never see in their life. And it takes a toll on them, and they play it out. And so at times, I do not feel sorry. I actually feel sorry for these kids, because sometimes I think they're after a bit of attention, they're after a bit of help. I don't condone what they do, but we've got to help these children, because we lose generations and generations of Indigenous children all the time. And we've got to stop this. We've just got to stop it. It's just insanity that this is happening in the year 2024 in a great country. And someone's really just got to stop and have a hard look at it, be open, be honest, be brave and courageous. Our Chief Minister here, for a Labor Chief Minister, was very, very courageous in calling a youth curfew. But now the hard work begins. They've really, really got to have a look at things and how things are working. And if they're not working, get something that does work and help Indigenous people in the Northern Territory to have normal lives without violence, without alcohol abuse, and the horrible levels of domestic violence here that women are subjected to. It's just horrendous.
Yeah, it really is. And well done to you, Darren, for speaking up about this. Darren Clark, good to catch up. We will be keeping in touch with you on this matter. Thank you for joining us this evening.